friends, welcome to My So Bliss. Today I'm excited to chat with you guys a little bit about a really fun weekend I just had with some of my favorite quilty people, my quilty friends, and I wanted to share a little bit about the details and how it all worked. So if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, if you don't, go follow me over there. It's My So Bliss. Same exact thing as it is here. I shared a video, a little reel about the weekend and what we did. And we have a group of about 15 people and we get together. We try and get together once a month. Doesn't always happen, especially because we're all moms or have small businesses or just are busy and can't always get together. So we try, but it doesn't always happen. But one thing we've done over the last 2 years is we have done a secret Santa type quilt exchange or secret quilt exchange. And it has been one of my favorite things I've ever done. And I think everyone in the group would agree that it is just so special and tender and sweet. And we have absolutely loved it. So I've posted this reel and I've gotten a lot of questions about it. All the ladies have gotten a lot of questions about it. So I figured I would share a little more in depth over here since I can do a nice long form video. I'll even share some clips from the day swapping the quilts. Unfortunately, I did film those vertically so that I could put them on Instagram, but I think, it is what it is. If you want to see it, great. If not, you can also skip over that part as well. But let me explain it a little more. So about 10 months before this swap day is what we call it, we fill out a questionnaire that our friend has put together. One of the ladies is like our ringleader. She like keeps us in line, keeps us in chart, and keeps us going. She's really good about like scheduling things. And so she was really great about putting this sew day on. Let me grab paper. So she had us fill out a questionnaire. This is the questionnaire I received for the person that I was then making one for. But the questionnaire obviously has our name, has our Instagram handle, and these are the questions that it has. I'm also going to put a screenshot right here of the questions. So if you want to screenshot that and save it, you can totally do that if you want to do something similar. So the first question is, who are some of your favorite quilt pattern designers? Any favorite Instagram quilters? We're all on Instagram and we love it. So of course we get inspired by other people on there. So that's one of the first questions. And you put whatever you like. Then it's favorite fabric designers or brands, favorite fabric lines you love. We don't necessarily have to use those, but at least it inspires us and lets us know, okay, that's what this person loves and tends to gravitate towards, so we can try and get something similar. It also says like any unicorns or special wishes that you would want for this quilt. So if you do want something particular, you can say flat out like, hey, I want this and this. I don't think anybody's actually done that, like specific, but we have said like, hey, I want an all neutral quilt, or hey, I want a rainbow quilt, or hey, I want a holiday quilt, which is another question. So after the fabric question, it's any color preferences. Do you want a certain color scheme? Like I said, all neutrals could be said, or all rainbow, whatever. Any colors you dislike. So I am one of those people, I'm like, I will love whatever. Like, I love stuff. I love quilts. If you've handmade something for me, I'm going to love it. But in my color preferences, I put like bright colors. I love rainbow, any colors. And my person put they don't like specific kinds of purples. So I stayed away from purples when I was making her quilt. Easy as that. So that's really helpful. And then again, we have another section or question that says dislikes. Anything you don't want. Bugs, cat fabrics, batiks, neons, quilting motifs you dislike. So those are all just examples of things maybe you don't like. I love I love Tula pink fabric. She's one of my favorite designers. I love neon. I love bright. I love rainbow, like I've said. My person that I did does not like tulip pink as much. She doesn't gravitate towards that. She thinks it's fine, but obviously she doesn't want a quilt that's tulip pink. So I did not use any tulip pink in hers and made sure to stay away from that. She likes rainbow, so I could still go off of that, but that really helped me to know. So that's a really helpful question. Another one, do you have preference if your quilt is a solid or prints? Do you want it all solid? Do you want it mixed? Do you want it all prints? That kind of thing. And then, do you like or dislike minky? Doesn't mean the maker's going to use minky, but helps us to know if we shouldn't use minky, really, is what that is. Like, if we shouldn't use it, we won't. And then, would you prefer a holiday quilt? Any specific holiday quilts you'd like, or any holiday you already have too many of? So you can say yes, no. I'm pretty sure I said no to that just because I like more general quilts that I could keep out all year long. I want to see them all the time. So that was my big, like, one of my things. But other than that, that's what we had. And then I think even at the bottom, again, like if you had anything else you want your maker to know, then you can add that as well. So we filled those out. I think this year we filled them out like an email or a Google Doc, and we just sent it to her. And then this friend prints them out and has an envelope with everyone's name on it so that she can then mail us a paper of someone else. Now, to organize them, she told us that she placed the paper, these printed out papers, on the envelopes of names. So kind of mix them up, put them on there. She didn't look at them, but she had her husband look to make sure that no person got themselves, because obviously you don't want to get yourself. And then because this was year 2 of us doing it, she also had her husband make sure that that person, you didn't get the same person you got the year before, which amazing of her. I'm so glad she thought of that. I'm so glad for her husband's help. So that kept it anonymous for her too, which I think was really extra fun. So yeah, now we've done this for 2 years. We've all had 2 different people, and it's been really awesome. Once she had the names chosen, put in the envelopes, she then mailed them out to us. So make sure if you fill out a questionnaire or do something like this, you get either an email or a mailing address as well. But then she mailed it out to us, and we had about 10 months to make a quilt. Whatever quilt we could. I liked to stalk my person on Instagram and kind of see what they were feeling, what they were liking during those months, and what they were gravitating towards. And that was really helpful, especially with picking out like the pattern. So it was really fun to kind of hyper focus on that one person and be like, okay, what would this person love? What can I do to make this special? And everyone in the group really just nailed it on the head, did such a good job. I feel like there were so many beautiful details this year that people did, and it was spectacular. So we love it. One thing I had people question or wonder is, how close are we all together? And we're all about a 60-mile radius from each other. So we do have some that are farther than others, that travel like an hour and a half to get to us, depending on traffic. And that's why some months it's harder, some months it's easier, but we love getting together, and it's just a good mix of friends and is really fun. So I'm gonna add a video of, I'll add a slower video. I know my Instagram video people said was a little too fast, but I'll add a slow one, and then to let you know what pattern was used, the designer, who made it, that kind of, I'll give you the details, but I'll also leave it down in the description below so you can get all that information. But I'm trying to think if there's any other questions I didn't answer. We keep it a secret until the day of the swap, and then we stand up, and this time we stood up in front of everyone and then said, I have this person. And then they came up and we handed them theirs and they opened it and then they gave their quilt that they made to their person. So it kind of just went around the room like that. That's why I said it was kind of like a Secret Santa sort of thing. And it was just really, really fun. I wanted to show you, this is the quilt I got. So like I said, I love Tula Pink. I love rainbows. This is like an ombre rainbow gorgeous Tula Pink quilt. It even has Minky on the back. I love Minky. It's so snuggly and warm. It's keeping me warm right now because I'm in my basement and it's freezing. So I was like, I need it to keep me warm. But I absolutely loved it. She nailed it on the head. And then even like the quilting has this gorgeous neon yellow stitching. I just love yellow. So that was amazing. So it's just fun to see everybody's personality come out in the quilt that they made. And then it also shows off the personality of the person that is receiving it as well. So it's just, it was really enjoyable to see the different personalities and just the love and care that went into each and every quilt. There were a lot of us that procrastinated and waited until the last minute to make these. I was one of them, and luckily I got it done like a day before. There were some people that finished binding it like an hour before coming to the sew day. So it was definitely a stressful process, I think, for a lot of us. But definitely worth it in the end because it was such a sweet and magical and just joyous day. I think we're all going to treasure these for such a long time. I said this on Instagram, but I feel like gifting a quilt to another quilter or sewist, it almost makes it more special because they appreciate it so much more because they know the work, the time, the money, the blood, the sweat, the tears, everything that goes into making something like this. We know, we've been there, we did it to make that quilt for our person. So I feel like we appreciate it a lot more. And obviously non-quilters or sewists can appreciate the quilts too, but I feel like this is something I will definitely treasure for a lifetime. I love these quilts and will keep them with me forever. I want to get buried with them because I love them so much and I feel so tender about being gifted a quilt. Like that just feels like such a big deal to me. So enough of me chatting. I will show you the video unboxing, unwrapping these quilts and the joy and fun that it was. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any more questions about it. I tried to answer every question that I could think of, but I'm sure I missed something out there. So let me know and enjoy our Friends Quilt Swap Day. Bye guys.
Laurel was the first to go and she made a quilt for Jaree. She made the Berry Season quilt from Elizabeth Hartman. And the Panto on this one is Maple Leaf Sunflower. Then Jaree made a quilt for Laura. She made the Revival quilt from Modernly Morgan. Laura then made me a quilt, and it's this gorgeous quilt kit that she got called Untamed Garden, and she got it at the Red Boot Quilt Barn. It's all Tula Pink fabrics. I got Natalie, and I made her the Edelweiss pattern from Thimble Blossoms. Natalie then got Marianne, and she made her the Starburst Shine quilt by Danelle, or She Makes Joy on Instagram. Marianne made a quilt for Holly, and she made the RubySue pattern by Lo and Behold Stitchery. Holly made a quilt for Andi, and it's the No Point Star by Cluck Cluck Sew. Andi then made a quilt for Adrienne. And it is called the Goldie quilt from Then Came June. Adrienne then made a quilt for Rhylee. and it's called Bear Camp by Prairie Quilt Co. Rhylee made for Laurel, and her quilt was called Shimmer Sky by Modern Charm Stitchery. Brooklyn made for Sydney, and she made the Top Knot quilt by Pen and Paper Patterns. Sydney made a quilt for Emily, who was on FaceTime with us, and it's the Prismatic Night by the Quilting Corner. And then Emily made a quilt for Brooklyn. Again, Emily was on FaceTime with us, and she made one inspired by the Upper Cross Quilts by Sarah Lucille Handmade. And it's gorgeous. It was so fun to see her on FaceTime. Then Lindsay made a quilt for Caitlin, and she made a So Merry Happy's strawberry quilt. And then Caitlin made a quilt for Lindsay, and she made the Star Supply quilt by Stitch Supply Co. When we were all done opening the quilts, we then took them outside and took lots of pictures and videos of all the fun quilts that people have made. It was so fun to see the different personalities and variety of quilts and colors and just the real joy of making quilts for other people. It was so fun to see and then be inspired by them and uplifted by them. I'm so glad I get to sew with these ladies and call them my friends because it has been such a blast.